If you know anything at all about the man, then you're probably well aware that Jim Bob Duggar believes a lot of ridiculous things. And unfortunately, he's the kind of dad who continues to try and force his beliefs onto his kids long after they've reached adulthood. As a result, some of Jim Bob's kids have cut ties with him completely, including Jill Duggar, who hasn't spoken to her parents in years. Others, of course, have remained fiercely loyal to JB and his demented version of the world. And then there's a third group that exists somewhere in the middle, made up of people who have distanced themselves from Jim Bob, but have yet to burn any bridges. A group that includes people like Jill's older brother, John David Duggar. John David and wife Abbie Burnett have been keeping a low profile in recent months. In fact, prior to this week, they hadn't posted anything on Instagram since Christmas. There could be any number of reasons for this. They might be dodging the negative feedback from their recent plane crash and John David's subsequent decision to let his pilot's license expire. More on that later. Or maybe John and Abbie just wanted to avoid the controversy surrounding Amazon's recent Duggar documentary, Shiny Happy People. Whatever the case, John David and Abbie returned to their joint account this week to post the photo above in their Instagram story. John David and Abbie welcomed their second child late last year, so this is only the second time we've seen them as one half of a family of 4. But instead of the kids, most commenters were focused on Abbie's shorts. Yes, they might look like a pair of run-of-the-mill, all-American jorts to the untrained eye, but longtime Duggar fans know that they're also a clear violation of the family's infamous dress code. Now, Abbie wasn't born a Duggar, so she might not have grown up with such ridiculous rules. But John David has been a Duggar his whole life, and according to the rules of the hyper-patriarchal culture in which he was raised, he gets to decide what sort of clothing his wife is allowed to wear. So either GD approved Abbie's outfit or he lets her dress herself. Either way, Abbie's shorts are a subtle indication that yet another Duggar son has rejected some of the ridiculous beliefs with which he was raised. Some fans noted how interesting it is that John David and Abbie used a hot air balloon festival as their occasion to return to social media. It was in October of 2021 that the couple crashed in a small plane that was piloted by John David. A family from Arkansas ran out of fuel and landed in a field, said a spokesperson from the Waverly, Tennessee Sheriff's Department at the time. While there were no serious injuries, the plane was totaled. John David and Abbie have declined to speak about the incident, but it seems they're still cool with certain types of aircraft. And who knows, maybe someday one of JD's young ones will choose to take to the skies, just like Dad.